Howdy folks, Little John in the brewery, knocking up a extract IPA today, and it's going to be a white chocolate coconut tropical IPA. Something a little different. I'll be doing this as it's going to be a 4 litre batch in a carboy. So it's a bit experimental, try it out, see how it goes. If it works, then look at doing some scaling at a later date. So basically I'll be just doing small boil here on the pot. We just set on the camera there. I've got 5 litres of water in the 10 litre stock pot. I'll be using 600 grams of dry malt extract and 100 grams of dextrose. For my base, looking for an original gravity of somewhere around 1065. I will be adding to the boil the old Milky Bar, 1 bar of white chocolate, 50 grams, and I'm just about to toast up 50 grams of coconut flakes. I've got a pan here just getting hot. I'm about to toast those up. So they will go into the boil. It's only going to be a 30-minute boil, and I really don't need to boil that long because the hops are all going to be in very late. But I do want to boil both the chocolate and the coconut enough to extract the flavours and get them emulsified properly into the wort before I go with the hops. So that's what's going to happen. We'll be hopping with a mix of Calypso, Eldorado and Amarillo, and our first hop addition will be 2 minutes left in the boil. Hops that flame out, we'll do a whirlpool, and there'll be 2 dry hops in this fella as well. I'll explain those a little bit as we sort of get to them. So yeah, pretty straightforward and simple. So we'll get this coconut weight up and get it on, and get it into the pot once it's boiling. Okay, so weight up 50 grams of the coconut. Let's get him in the pot, in the pan. I'm just going to toast this a little bit just to help extract some flavour. Just a dry pan. I've never actually toasted coconut before. I've used it in a brew. I've never got big coconut flavour, and a few people have sort of talked about toasting it to bring the flavour out a little bit. So we'll taste this and see how it goes. I don't know how this will go. I don't want to burn it or anything, so it's cooking pretty quickly by the looks of it. And I think some people might even do this in the oven, I'm not sure. Yeah, she's toasting fairly fast, so I'll have the heat off. It smells alright. I think that'll do me. I haven't got the pot, so it doesn't keep cooking. So given the small amount, I don't want to have extra stuff left in the pot, so I'm going to put this into a hot bag. Oh, it does smell pretty bloody good. I'm going to put that straight in the pot so it can start soaking straight away and imparting some flavour while it comes to a boil. I'm just going to have it. Righto, we'll keep the boil here on the malt. I've got coconut in. Just stuck it in a hot bag so it's getting in the boil and spreading around. And talk some hops. We're just going to weigh them out, and then I'll get the old milky bar, get it into the boil. So, I said hops, there's not a lot of them, but there is some. And the first one is going to be some Calypso. And I can't use my Calypso without giving a shout out to Kevin Bristol, the hopping mechanism, where he so kindly came from. And if you're looking for hops in, Kev generally does bulk amounts, 500 grams at a go sort of thing. Sometimes a bit smaller, but if you're looking for really good, fresh, yummy hops that have been well looked after at a good price, check it out. It's the hopping mechanism on Facebook. I'll put a link down the bottom as well. So we're going 4 grams of Calypso. And that's a massive amount. But equates to 1 gram a litre. So it's tiny, and that will go in with 2 minutes left of the boil. We'll have 8 grams of Eldorado. 23. This one was not still. Let's get into this. So, yeah, just after some nice fruit. And I don't want big, massive, jump out flavours. I want stuff that's going to complement that coconut and the white chocolate and just give us a nice balance of flavours. So hopefully that will work out. A little bit over here on the old hop. 8 grams of Eldorado. Okay, and that will go in at flame out. And then we will cool to around 80, at which point we will go with some Amarillo. So we're going a little bit of the modern hop with Eldorado and Calypso, and a little bit of old school, tried and tested Amarillo. It's been sort of tucked away a lot, Amarillo recent times with the advent of the big punchy fruity hops, but it's still a bloody great hop and still bloody works fantastic in IPAs and stuff. So I'll go for 8 grams of that as well. Beautiful. That'll do us. Now I've used Amarillo and Eldorado together quite a while back. Actually the very first beer I did when I got my kegs, first keg beer I did was I called the Eldorado Ale. which was, I said, El Dorado and Amarillo, and it was a bloody really nice drop. It was quite subtle and I didn't hop it real hard. It was just a little pale ale, so I know the combination works well, so I think it's going to go really nice in here with the Calypso, just to give that little bit extra, you know, to push the tropical fruits a little bit extra. So that's what the hops are. I'm going to let that boil now for about another 20 minutes, and then I'll get this first lot of hops in, and we'll come back and look when they're going in and see how we're progressing. Really starting to smell of the chocolate and the coconuts really coming up. So first hops, 4 grams of Calypso. Okay, that's boiled for 2 minutes. Heat's off. A second addition. So that's 8 grams of El Dorado. Pull that off the heat and start cooling, and then we'll look for the whirlpool. Oh no, we're about 76, 77 degrees. So whirlpool hop goes in. 8 grams of Amarillo. The whirlpool's not going to do anything for transfer or anything, but we'll just get this moving a bit. So hopefully it'll keep moving for a little while. I don't know, I'll let that set for a bit. Righto, we're transferred to the carboy to ferment. It's an awful lot of bloody hop oils and stuff in here from those late hops. It's funny, I never really looked at it that closely, like, you know, doing the robo brew, sort of you just go through the motion and roll it through. I had to run this twice through a grain bag just to get some of the extra crud out of it from coming straight from the pot. Especially I'm not going to have a tap on this. I want this as clean as I can, just to make transferring down the track a little bit easier. It's going to be interesting to see how we go with the dry hop in here, but it's experimental. We'll see how we go. So let's get a check on the gravity. 2, 4, yeah, we're going to call it 1065. It's the closest you're going to get to 1065 anyway. So numbers were where we wanted to be. Yeah, there's a real nice amount of hops in that. Good amount of sweetness, so I'm pretty happy with where we're starting there. Yeah, no, that's really good, so I'm really happy with that. So that's good to go. Now, yeast, just using the USA 5. This is the slurry from the batch on top crop. I think I mentioned it earlier. There's about 25 ml of yeast in that. This was cropped or washed a month ago. So 25 ml. There's probably 75 million cells in there to start with. 75 billion. We've probably lost about half of that. So there's probably 30, maybe 40 billion cells in here. 4 litres. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty confident that's going to be plenty of yeast to get the job done. So, all good. So we're going to pitch this straight in. We'll give it a bit of a shake first, make sure it's got plenty of air in it. It's been transferred twice. I've done 3 changes and twice through the grain bag, so it's probably had a decent amount of aeration already, but you can never be too sure. That'll do nicely. So yeast is straight in. Wax on, and we're all good. So that's it. White chocolate coconut tropical IPA. I'm really interested to see how this goes. See how that combination of hops goes. But more of that, I want to see that what chocolate and the coconut works. So that's it. In the fridge. Fridge is currently sitting on 18 degrees with a couple of wheat beers finishing up. I'll leave it there for now, and this will probably go 2 weeks before we bottle them, and so hopefully in about a month from now we'll be tasting this and see how it goes. So as always, if you got any comments, stick them down the bottom. Ask any questions, go ahead. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button down the bottom. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, jump on board. Links down the bottom as well. Link down there as well for Kevin Bristol and the hopping mechanism for your bulk hops. Hit the like button too. Other than that, that's me, Little John, done for the day. So till I see you again, we're drinking beer, talking beer, or we're brewing beer. Good brewing.